All right, everyone, welcome to another Dropping Bombs video here with me, Corey Baumeister. Welcome to my YouTube channel, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for being here. If you like the content, like, subscribe, all that jazz. We're getting back to Modern. Checking in on 4-color creativity once again. I've made some changes from the last video, and this is one of the decks that I'm considering for SCG Philly that is coming up here shortly. It's a Modern and a Legacy event, so gonna kind of be focusing these next few weeks mostly on Modern and Legacy, but I also have a couple Pioneer videos that I want to be sharing as well. So we're going to be getting a little bit of a variety here. So let's just jump into this deck tech here. This is a deck that is focusing on casting Indomitable Creativity on one or two of your things, either a Dwarf token that you get from your Dwarven Mines, a Prismari Command Treasure, you can get clues off Hard Evidence, any kind of material that you can target on the battlefield. Indomitable Creativity is going to try to do that. And then if you target two things, the two creatures you'll be getting is Sarah's Emissary and Emrakul the Aeon's Torn. Just some big beefy creatures, 22 power, 22 toughness. You get protection from whatever thing you're actually afraid of. That'll vary from match to match. But I think this deck is really strong because, well, you already get to play some of the most powerful cards in the format, like Wrenn and 6, to be able to return some lands. Teferi Time Raveler, just a solid card. You get to play Fire and Ice since it's in our color pie, which does a lot for the deck. Either early removal for Regavans and DRCs, or icing down your opponent's land so they can't interact with you on their next turn. All very good things. We get to play Hard Evidence, where it's a card that normally is not that great, but it serves a great purpose here, where not only does it make an 0/3 crab, but also a clue. So you can either, sacrifice that treasure to draw a card and just progress your game plan like that, or it just makes two things for Indomitable Creativity to just be able to target and then put Sarah's Emissary and Emrakul into play. We also got one random Spell Pierce here. You get to play cards like this when you play cards like Prismari Command to be able to shuffle it away. It's kind of a high variance card, but, once again, when you can get rid of it, the high variance can sometimes really come into effect. Then we got a couple Lightning Bolts and 4 Prismatic Ending as our pieces of removal. Prismatic Ending's insane. It's absolutely insane in this. Being able to deal with anything ends up being pretty awesome. We have a couple more win cons here if you get your creatures taken from you or your Indomitable Creativities. You can tick up with Jace, win the game with the ultimate. You can just, brainstorm over and over again and you're probably going to find something to win with. And then same with Nahiri. You can tick up until you ultimate it and search your library for a creature card, put it on the battlefield, attack. You got an Emrakul, have them sacrifice 6 things. Good luck winning the game, is all I'm saying. Then we got a couple Force Negations to kind of protect ourselves when we play permanents like Teferi or Wrenn. And then on the sideboard, we have Blossoming Calm. I added one of these to be able to help out the burn matchups. And I did play against it yesterday in my warm-up matches. And we kicked Burn's butt, so I guess we're doing it. One Rest in Peace for graveyard strategies. Some blue cards for counter magic. You got Veils here for Grixis Death Shadow, but also any kind of hand disruption, as well as any kind of counterspell. So very versatile card here. Alpine Moon for Urza's Sagas, Valakut, stuff like that. We have some Dovin's Vetoes to help push through our combos. And then some Wear Tears for Urza's Saga and other artifact and enchantment based decks. So, all right, everyone, let's get into it. All right, everyone, let's get into the game. We won the die roll. That is excellent. Okay, with this hand, I think it's still completely fine. We have Hard Evidence to be able to just play a crab. We got that second land, so we can just crack the clue. And then some good disruption. So, yeah, I'm all in. So now as far as lands, I think I always want to say let's get Hallowed Fountain, but that's not a deck, or that's not a land in this deck for good reasons. But we do need blue, and if it's blue, it's pretty much got to be blue-red. Or we could get like, this is the Hallowed Fountain essentially. But I think we'll draw another fetch land and we can get white after that. So I think it's worth it to be able to do this to make sure we can curve out properly. Well, F6, but maybe we'd want to force something. I highly doubt it. Okay. Let's go like this. Then we'll just say go. I don't want to ice or anything, the land. We don't know what we're up against, although, yeah, all right. I was thinking living end as well, so our force is pretty good against them. And yeah, just the card living end, pretty good against our plan. This could be rough. This could be rough. Just because living end actually is a way to deal with our cards, huh? So, let's go like this. There's Ren. All right, how about this? Let's go with just hard evidence. Then we're going to ice down one of these lands so we for sure won't get living ended this next turn. Yeah, this could be a bad matchup. This could be a bad one. Yep, a little bit more cycles. Force of negation is good against them. Don't get me wrong, but we'll see if it's going to be enough. Let's ice down this botanical. Okay. Now, we can't get living ended this turn, but every other turn after this, we have to be on watch. So maybe that was bad that we got rid of all our blue cards. Yeah, I think we're dead. Not like we could have done anything about this anyways. This is going to get us. Our prismatic endings are completely dead cards against them. So, don't think there's much we can do in this matchup. Because even our creature doesn't give protection from what they have going on. So let's go like this. It's what I was going to search for anyways, so we'll go like this. Ren back a Scalding Tarn. And we better get in there with the crabs this time. We better establish crab dominance here before they go away. Makes sense, right? We got them. Okay. So, after the living end, I guess we can... yeah, we're going to lose this. If we top deck Indomitable Creativity, at least we can, you know, get one card. And if that one card is the Angel, we can give Pro Creatures and see what we can do. But it is not. So we are dead. That was close. Really close game, y'all. Super, super close. So let's bring in Rest in Peace. Let's bring in Force. Even Flusterstorm seems okay. And Dovin's Veto seems okay as well. Definitely want to get out Prismatic Ending as the first card. And probably just Lightning Bolts. Let's see how that looks. Veil can also be good against Grief. And there's got to be some other cards we don't necessarily want. Prismari Command is just okay. Teferi is excellent. I kind of forgot. Teferi is probably our way to win this. So let's go. Let's bring in two of these and go like that. Yeah, Teferi is very good. And we can back it up with a bunch of counter spells. We have Rest in Peace. Maybe this isn't so bad. We just kept a hand that didn't really do too much. Speaking of hands that don't do too much... This hand is great with one fetch land, but already a mulligan with Emrakul, even though we can discard it. But yeah, we just can't cast a single spell. So I think we have to mulligan this on the play. Okay, we'll definitely be keeping this. We'll be keeping both Teferis. We'll get rid of the Dwarven Mire, and this is just a good hand. We'll take it. So we want to get the Teamer land. We get to just play a fetch land to start. All the fetch lands are basically the same in this deck. So we have that going for us. Then we're just going to say go. And now if they grease, if they grease us down, let me lower myself here. Oh, they did. So that'll dictate what land we get to get. I'm guessing they're just going to take red, but We'll see. Seeing 2 of those is probably not what they wanted to see. So you'd think they'd take the unique card, but yeah, Teferi's just that much better than every card, so. Okay, so we will get the Teamer Triome. Okay. I'm thinking they would have griefed me again if they had it, so I'm still going to get this Ren into play, but we could easily be regretting that later. But now our mana problems are over, and we just hope Teferi lands next turn. Maybe we... the thing is, I don't think we really have the luxury of waiting till turn 4 to do this, because they Living End on turn 3, and then we'll lose it to grief, so I think we're just going to have to try to cast it. Okay, so doesn't really matter as long as we make sure and get a mountain still. Blue red, I guess. Here comes Teferi. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Now the question of do we want to bounce or not? And I kind of think we do. What does Living End actually have to like deal damage? I think they might have like Bone Crusher or something. I can't remember. I'm double checking over here. Okay. Living End is just not played much. I can barely find a list. All right, I found one. Yeah, I don't see anything that actually deals damage. So no real reason to get punished by... The only thing I get punished by is not bouncing anything, because then it could get bounced. So yeah, we'll just draw a card. Ooh, there's a Rest in Peace. Okay. I mean, that's definitely a way to win this match. Teferi and Rest in Peace combined. Okay. They're cycling away. They're panicking. Panicking. Okay. There's creativity. So we'll do Rest in Peace this turn. And then creativity next turn. And we'll feel pretty good. So let's go with a Dwarven Mine. Bang. Should probably return this before I Rest in Peace. RIP. And your go. Yep, GG. Hate cards are good. We found that out. Hate cards be good. Okay. I guess this is kind of the same as Veil. Not quite as good. Okay. Ice, I actually think is better on the draw. Ice Ice Baby. Maybe we can take out one Ren. We'll just go like that. All right, game 3. We want to either combine like Ice plus Teferi, or, you know, hands like this, just a bunch of counter spells. I'm going to keep... now, we do not have green for Ren, but honestly, we might not cast it on turn 2 anyways. Seems like a great turn 3 spell to cast when you have a Spell Pierce backup. This hand screams not being... this hand screams not being a combo hand. And just screams, you know, being protective. Okay, that was awesome. So we're going to play that. Now we might go for it. Yeah, I think we probably will. So here is Ketria Triumph. Bang. Here's a blue land. Here is a Wren. I'll be returning this land. And your go. Now we have the force if they go for it, or if they wait till our turn, we can Spell Pierce. Yeah, it looks like they just don't have enough of a graveyard presence anyways. There's RIP. I mean, I think I'm in. I have enough lands. Because we can RIP with backup. RIP. That's a good one-of to draw. Okay. Force. Spell Pierce. And that's probably gonna be the GG. Well, for this matchup starting off pretty rough, it's not so bad now. Wren is completely useless, of course, but that's okay. Okay, not a bad one. No legal targets. We will hard evidence. And then MTGO. Yeah, this might become the kind of game where they just start casting the creatures, which I'm kind of scared of, actually. You can't really beat the creatures. Like, just a 4/4 flyer for 4 mana right now seems kind of busted. Yep, never mind. They're too frustrated. They're too frustrated. GG. Next game coming in ya. Or coming at ya. Alright, we'd like to go first once again. And another absolute gasser. I'm in. I'll keep. I will keep. Okay, so we're going to start with one of these lands. Really doesn't matter. Probably going to go get that Ketria Triome again for Wren. Ketria Triome with a Sacred Foundry is kind of the perfect combo when you have both walkers. Oh, so we're playing against Rhinos. That might change our game. That might change the game a little bit. We might want to ice into Teferi. Once again, another Cascade deck. Another Cascade deck that just kind of gets solved with Teferi. Okay, there's a Crushing of Footfalls. Yeah, I think we're going to still start with Ketria Triome. But we're going to ice. Probably. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we just get Rhino'd and we just lose the game, so. Alright, let's go like this. We'll get red-white. We'll say go. We'll ice baby this down. Bum 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 bum. Alright, stop. Ice that land and listen. Fire and Ice is back with a brand new edition. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Is it Teferi? I don't know. We're gonna find out next turn, and I'll see myself out. I've had a bit too much coffee today, y'all, so I gotta deal with it, but no land anyways, eh? Okay, well, we got another Teferi. We're definitely jamming. It's NBA jam time. Oh, we don't need green. Probably just blue-red. This is kind of the trifecta you like to assemble. Or the Jeskai one and then Stomping Ground in there. Bang. Bang. Hopefully our opponent's just typing out a complaint instead of force. Wow, so they had 3 force negations. Okay. Well, hopefully they don't hit that land drop and we can still Teferi, but our next Teferi is a lot less useful if they go land Shardless Agent. No! No, boo! 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 Okay. It's still probably Violent Outburst, but whatever. Spell Pierce. Well, I'm still going to go for it. Yeah, because this is actually nice. We get to Teferi this turn, and then just Creativity next turn for our 2 things, and it should still be fine. Here's a Teferi. Resolve, please. I don't like that. I don't like that. Blue. Maybe it's just Brazy B. I'd like that. Okay, yeah, there's the rhinos. We get to bounce one, though. That's D's. They have main deck Blood Moon. They have Dead Gone for ways. So instant is probably the thing to make sure to name, unless their battlefield is overwhelming. Alright. I hope we don't top deck Prismatic Ending, then we really screwed up. Okay, we'll say go. Yeah, so it looks like Dead Gone and Petty Theft are really the only ways to deal with our angels. So I think we'll Creativity for 2 next turn and just name instant and say good luck. They'll get a bunch of rhinos, but who cares? Who cares? Yep, Teferi's down. There's a basic forest. Not Blood Moon, please. Wouldn't be the absolute worst, I guess, but dang. Okay. Well, I guess that's a mountain now, huh? Well, we're going to attack, and we're going to Creativity for 1 and see if it's good enough. This attack actually is important because it's 2 hit from the angel now. So yeah, here we go. Ooh, wait a minute. What kind of creatures would they have? Like Brazen Borrower and stuff? Yeah, not worth it. Just 1. Here's an Emrakul for you. Can you beat that one? Can you beat Emrakul the Aeon's Torn? I doubt it. Here comes the Stampede. I really think this Rhino deck is just not good, y'all, for what it's worth. Anybody who plays Rhinos, just give it up. Give it up. Crashcade, as cool as the deck is to play, it just doesn't beat much these days. I haven't lost to that deck with, you know, either Shadow, this, Murktide, like, in so long. Sorry for you Rhino lovers out there, because I like the deck. I think it's cool. I just don't think it's very good. I think the better Cascade deck is the one we just played against, Living End, but even that deck, you know, we beat it, I would say, without too much hate, but we did draw our hate, didn't we? We don't have a lot of it, but we drew it every time. But Teferi is built-in hate for both of these decks, which is pretty cool. All right. It has tramples, right? No, protection, though. They can't really block it. Petty Theft? Is that even... Does that hit Emrakul? I don't think so. Ice. Okay. Okay, we have a fire to play. Here's an annihilation of 6. I like that they're fighting the good fight. All right. Would you like to take 15? Like maybe Moto will not remember to click the button or something. All right. Flusterstorm is definitely good. Veil isn't bad. Not the best, but let's see. Veil, Dovin's Veto isn't bad too. Kind of the same way we sideboarded here. Let's take out this. Prismari Command is actually pretty bad. All the Planeswalkers I think are fine. Prismatic Ending, I guess, once again, is just pretty weak. But I want to leave in a couple this time, so I don't want all of this stuff. Let's take out a Force and a Veil. Let's do something like... Oh, wait, we get one more card. Let's bring in one Prismari. Let's go like that. Okay. So, we got a hand that's filled with Indomitable Creativity and Teferi. Teferi is the best card, and that's what I'm going to keep. But I think we will need a little bit of help to win this game. I don't know if this just wins with this alone, but if we top deck any Fire Ice, Counterspell, any of that kind of stuff, I think this hand is actually just insane. Ren, not the worst. Something to do. A little bit of a distraction for them, I assume. So we'll probably get that Teamer a Triumph. This is a Teamer Triumph. And anybody who, well, we got a little break in the action here. Anybody who is looking to really up their game, maybe you're going to the SCG Con Philly. If you're looking to up your game, get a good list and a sideboard guide for both of the formats, at least the 2 Magic ones. Consider the link below. I'll have my Patreon. So if you want to jump in, I'm going to be communicating with my Patreon basically every day. Well, we learn what we're going to play together. Like the YouTube channel, we're talking it out and everything. But in the Patreon is where we have that conversation with all my 32-ish patrons or whatever. And then I'll have deck lists and sideboard guides for both tournaments, what I'm playing. So, yeah, if you're interested in that kind of information, we'll see you over there, okay? Getting back to this game, though, let's sacrifice Arid Mesa. And let's get the old Ketria Triumph. And we'll say go. Alright. Not great, but we'll get this. We'll get a red-white duel. Yeah, the problem with these Rhino decks for me, like we obviously might easily lose this game. Maybe even easily lose the match. But just the fact that, you know, Teferi bricks it, a lot of counter spells do a lot of damage to it. And then there are games where you just attack and block the deck. Like you just, yeah, you get 8 Rhinos. I'm just going to block with a big Death Shed or a big Tarmogoyf or something. And it feels pretty bad, you know? All right. So they do got a Rhino suspended. Suspended, but not forgotten. I would have liked if that one went into play tapped, I'm not going to lie. Blood Moon. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Guess we should have searched for our basics. Never mind. Why search for him when you got him? But we do still need our blue source. So that's going to be a huge problem. But that will unlock us being able to do something at least. Alright, so let's go like this. Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm going to play the planes. And we'll just discard that. Yeah, Indomitable Creativity. Not going to be amazing here without anything that we can hit. There's Flusterstorm a little late. Okay. Arid Mesa, which is a mountain. We'll say go. Yup. Yeah, I don't think we have a way out of this. Blood Moon's annoying. Guess we can bring in the Wear Tear for this. Maybe that's just kind of needed. On the play, it is a lot less annoying. I'll tell you that. So what's our draw to get out of this? Don't think we have one. Yeah, we're dead. We did. Blood Moon is just so good right now. I hate to say it, like, because that just incentivizes people to play it more, but it really is good right now, but I hate that card. So let's bring in another force for it. Let's get rid of this poopy Prismari command. And I think this is fine. Maybe we don't want, like, Jace because it's a little slow. Same with Nahiri. Yeah, our normal win con is going to be good enough, so we're going to bring in more ways to hate out that stupid card. And I guess it's just Wear Tear. Basically just bringing in Tear, because Wear really has no targets, but that's okay. Okay, this hand is awesome. We'll keep. Awesome except for this. Having that is not good. So we really have no way to shuffle it in, but the rest of our hand is good. So we're going to start with this. Say go. We'll see if we want to go for the turn 3 Teferi. Might try to go for it with a Spell Pierce backup after we've iced them. Okay. So now we don't have to cast Dwarven Mine, which is good. Yeah, I just don't even think I want to ice. I kind of want to do nothing this turn. It lines up a lot better if I ice the turn after. Yeah, I'm going to do that. All right, let's fetch. Okay, untap. Yeah, they might try to ice me, I guess. Might just be an ice off. It's an ice off. Oh, looks to be the case. We'll let it happen. Would have been a sweet spot to have a Veil. All right, so we're going to go like this, and now we can't ice right away. We just have to let it happen. I mean, we could ice, but actually, maybe this is wrong. Yeah, maybe we screwed this up. Because now they can Violent Outburst. But maybe that's okay. We just won't ice. So let's go like this. Maybe they go for it now, which would be sweet. Yeah, they might do it. Might really get them. Spell Pierce is the only card that works here, so yeah, this is just going to be perfect for us. I don't blame him. You know, Spell Pierce isn't a super common card. Huh. No matter what, our play next turn is going to be the same. Teferi with Spell Pierce open. Okay. Spell Pierce for you. Okay. Well, untap. Creativity. I mean, so we can just Emrakul. But they, I mean, if they have Force, they get either of them. So we might as well play the Teferi first. Yep. Alright. Now, as long as we don't draw Emrakul next turn, we should be alright. Might get Blood Moonded, but that's okay. Okay, what are we looking at now? Yeah, Crashing Footfalls. Okay, but if they do have... So they can't Violent Outburst, but they can just, like, counter something. And that's actually worse for this hand. You know, like, maybe we do want to just ice. Like, just attack and then ice. Yeah, I think so. We can also just cast this card. We can get there, you know? 5, 6, 7. So 2 more white sources after this. Yeah, we'll start with this. See what they do. We're not going to ice or anything right away. We'll be patient. Patient ice. Okay, now we're going to try to ice down a blue source. So they have to have Force plus a blue card to not die. Ice. Ice, baby. Do, 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 do. Okay, that was pretty good. Alrighty. Here's this. 2 through 4. Here's another one. Creativity on this one thing with Dovin's Veto backup. Vito. That's the best we got. Hey, Emrakul! 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 Dun, 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 dun. Spaghetti monster for the win. Spaghetti monster for the win. Let's go. Can't beat the spaghetti monster. Card's too good. Card is too good. Bang! All right, everyone. Once again, kind of proving that this creativity deck is really real. I'm going to be talking a lot in my Patreon about these two decks, Grixis Death Shadow and this deck. And man, my head keeps telling me Grixis Death Shadow, but my heart keeps telling me creativity. So we're going to have a lot of debates in that Patreon for anybody who's in there. But that's going to bring us to the end of this video, a nice short one today. You should be expecting a ton of content on the YouTube channel, though, this week. So please stay tuned for more of that. Even got the Mana Traders Top 8 series that'll be coming a little bit later as well. So like and subscribe if you like the video and you want to see more. And I really appreciate all of you, okay? We'll see you next time.